Hello and welcome to our Civil Engineering and Construction live Q&A. My name is Michal and I'm a School Liaison Officer here in IT Sligo. And this morning I'm going to be joined by Trevor McSharry. Trevor is the head of our Department of Civil Engineering and Construction. So if you have any questions for him, please do get in contact and we'll try and get through as many of them as we can. Good morning, Trevor.
Hi Michael, how are you?
Not too bad, thank you. Thanks for joining us this morning. I suppose we'll jump straight into Trevor. The first question we have in from somebody today is really topical, I suppose, and it was, is there many job opportunities within this area? They were asking the Northwest specifically, but I know within construction and civil engineering, there's a lot of jobs Ireland and globally, and I suppose the knock-on effect of that, Trevor, is increasing salaries. So I'll let you talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, thanks, Michael. So I suppose the construction sector is going through a major recovery over the last number of years, and as a result, there's a shortage of graduates out there in industry at the moment, and I'm getting weekly inquiries from companies all sizes looking for graduates, whether they're leaving IT Sligo or for work placement opportunities. So it is a fantastic time to enter the construction sector, and as a result of the lack of graduates, the salaries are increasing. So at the moment, a graduate will be looking at around €30,000, which is a fantastic starting salary, and obviously get paid more in the larger cities as well and with the bigger firms. So there is opportunities all around Ireland, including the Northwest, which is great. Ireland 2040 is the big strategy from the government to invest in Ireland over the next number of years, and they're putting a significant amount of money into that. So there's a huge amount of plans around infrastructure development and design. So that means lots of construction opportunities over the next 20 years.
Brilliant, Trevor. And I suppose anyone that is interested in coming to us to study one of these degrees, they're going to have top class facilities, small class sizes, and of course, very, very qualified lecturing staff as well. So could you give us just a little bit of information on our facilities and the benefit of those small class sizes?
Yeah, so IT Sligo is in a fantastic location right beside Sligo town, and it has brilliant linkages with a train station, bus and so on, and it's right on the doorstep of the beautiful Northwest countryside, and we have fantastic surfing and diving and forests and so on, so there's ample opportunities to do. The facilities in IT Sligo generally are probably the best in the country in terms of third level provider, because we have been very successful in online delivery, and that has gone into investing into our infrastructure. So we have really good facilities. We've probably the best carpentry and joinery facility in the country, which is one of the largest as well. So we're using that facility, and we've really good technology as well, because we've been known for online delivery as well. So yeah, there's been a lot of investment in Sligo infrastructure and IT Sligo itself. So as a result, we got really good facilities when compared to other similar providers.
Yeah, and just you mentioned there the construction side of things, facilities in the college, Trevor. Just we talk a little bit about our construction courses. I suppose our level 8 construction project management, it links together some really modern technologies with some traditional methods such as joinery and carpentry. So for anyone interested in that, Trevor, to give them an idea of what the course would entail, and I suppose the fact that there is quite a lot of practical in it, so you're not stuck too long.
Yeah, so I suppose anyone looking to do a level 8 or indeed level 7 or 6 can progress into this program. So construction project management and applied technology is a new program we've launched about a year ago and has been very successful, and it leverages off our strengths in carpentry and joinery and applied construction technology. So it gives the learner a really good practical grounding in construction technology and carpentry and joinery, so that they're well equipped with the practical skills needed to understand how buildings are put together using the latest best practices in terms of sustainable materials, that they're really well designed up to near zero energy levels, which is the current regulations. And then that program evolves into year 3, where they go out into industry for work placement for a number of months. And then in year 4, they specialise in construction management, focusing on the likes of project management software, and also through the years they do building information modelling. So they're very competent at the end of the 4 years in design of buildings and also project management of buildings using the latest best practices in terms of scheduling software, cost management software, and risk management software. So industry have said that that program is of particular importance and quite unique because it blends the practical and theoretical skills that industry need.
And
I might also mention, Michael, that that program got accreditation recently with the Society of Chartered Surveyors of Ireland, so that you can become a chartered project management surveyor. So that's probably one of the first in the country that gets that accreditation, which allows you to travel internationally with that recognised qualification.
yeah, that's what I was just going to ask you, Trevor. Actually, the professional accreditation that has met standards set by industry. So amazing to get that accreditation. So anyone interested in doing that, it's a real plus point of this course. I suppose, Trevor, next in your area would be civil engineering. Once again, loads of job opportunities there. And just let people know this is available at level 7 and level 8 on your CO application. And of course, as part of our general engineering stream. So what does a civil engineer do for those that might not be fully in the know, Trevor?
Yeah, so I suppose if you're wondering about whether you should become a civil engineer or study civil engineering, you might like solving problems, working with different people, working to deadlines, working through projects. So if you're interested in those type of things, then civil engineering could be for you. So it's a really flexible career which gives you the technical insight to become an engineer, first of all, with Engineers Ireland. So you can get chartered engineering, which is internationally recognised. And a civil engineer covers a broad skill set. So you would have a good understanding of how buildings are put together in terms of structures, a good understanding of how soils would be used to basically stabilise buildings and act as foundations. You would also know about water treatment and wastewater treatment processes as well, and environmental management. So there's quite a number of areas you can go into, and all of the skill sets needed for those type of areas would be needed. So in general, a civil engineer would look at designing and I suppose project management, managing and installing various infrastructure around the world that we live in, from bridges, roads, through to environmental management, water management, and there's many different career paths that you can take. So it's a very popular program, and again, there's a huge shortage of graduates in that area.
Absolutely, Trevor. Just pick up on something you mentioned there, environmental. So we did have somebody ask a question before this about maybe environmental engineering, but you did mention there civil engineering. So for somebody maybe interested in the environmental side of things, would you recommend that as a course that we offer?
Yeah, we did have environmental engineering as a specialisation, but in our current civil engineering programme, we saw that it covers all the needs to become an environmental engineer as well. And IT Sligo would have a very strong reputation out in industry for our civil engineering graduates, including environmental engineering and water engineering. We'd have a large heritage in that area. And coincidentally, Irish Water have collaborated with us and wanted us to do programmes for them, and also the Department of Transport and Tourism. So we've done a lot of collaboration with industry, and that's feeding into our undergrad full-time programmes, and our staff are keeping well up to date then in terms of what industry needs.
Brilliant, Trevor. And once again, this programme is professionally accredited as well, also with Engineers Ireland, isn't it?
Yeah, one distinguishing point I'd like to make about our Level 8 civil engineering programme compared to other IoTs in the Northwest would be that our Level 8 is different. It has it allows you to become a chartered engineer with further learning. So it does get you closer to become a chartered engineer than other Level 8s, which are accredited at associate level. So that's an important point for learners to consider.
Yeah, absolutely. And there's work placement built into this too, isn't there, Trevor?
Yeah, in all of our programs since last year, we've incorporated work placement typically in year 3. It's from March to June, and then there's an option of extending it into the summer as well if needs be. And again, there's loads of opportunities and really large companies looking for our graduates and work placement students.
Absolutely, and it's brilliant as a student to be able to go out and put what you've learned in a classroom into a real working environment. And of course, you're building industry connections straight away whilst you're still studying. So really beneficial, those work placements. And it's just important here, I suppose, to mention to everyone, our civil engineering Level 8 is part of our new general engineering, which is SG 341. So brand new course there. And you also have opportunities to go on to, at the end of first year, with our general engineering into mechanical engineering, into self-driving technologies or robotics and automation. So anyone interested maybe in some of those areas, check that out on our website, some of our new courses there. Trevor, I suppose the last course in your area would be quantity surveying. And so once again, anyone that might not be sure what a quantity surveyor does, could you please let them know?
Yeah, so a quantity surveyor again is highly sought after, very well paying role in industry. And the role, I suppose, revolves around contract management and negotiation management of construction related projects from the design phase right through to completion. So they would be responsible for the cost management of the project with the client on the client side or on behalf of the contractor. So that, again, there's many different roles they can take. So they would have a good insight into how the project is progressing versus the original cost budget. And also help manage the costing. So if any scope changes occurred, they would help with the negotiations of any changes. So I'm sure you've seen the room to improve, where the QS also has many interactions with the architect, and it's quite amusing. So it is a really important role. It keeps a lot of professions on track in terms of their cost management skills. And again, you would have a good exposure to construction technology and many different software packages that they would use for measurement and cost management and project management of construction projects. And again, IT Sligo would have a very strong reputation out there in industry. And the Society of Chartered Surveyors of Ireland, again, are collaborating with us for the last year. They've asked us to develop programs for them at level 9 in that area. So that's a significant testament to our staff and our facilities.
Yeah, I just say there, Trevor, professional accreditation, I suppose, once again, I know I've said it across the 3 courses, but it's an amazing thing to get, but this course is also professionally accredited.
Yeah, the level 8 is accredited with SCSI, so again, you have international recognition. So it's a fantastic, I suppose, attribute to the program, because you can travel abroad and it will be recognised, so that there won't be any confusion over what level your qualification is at or who accredits it. So that's an important point as well.
Yeah, absolutely, Trevor. I should say, there's so many plus points to those courses. I suppose for anyone interested in doing these that maybe has a little bit of a concern with maths, because it is something a lot of people have concern over, and there is maths support in the college, and so we have a maths support centre for anyone interested in that. And also, as you mentioned earlier on, Trevor, the small class sizes, so there's really great support there from staff. Yeah,
like in first year, we do really give them extra time to ensure that they settle in well into 3rd level, because we realise it is a big step for the student coming to a new place, learning new things and meeting new people. So we do have, I suppose, a special focus on first years in particular to help them settle in. And a lot of our modules are designed around, settling them in and getting them excited about our programs. And getting to meet other students, and also, I suppose, develop relations with our staff, because that connection is very important. And the small group sizes does make a difference. And we've had a lot of people come back from larger 3rd level providers who got lost and want to come back to a smaller environment, and they've really succeeded and they've been very happy with their change. So we are proud of our relationship that we have with our students, particularly first years, as they transition from secondary school.
Brilliant, Trevor, and that is so important. All right. One question came in as well there, Trevor. So somebody's asking, if they'd done a level 7, could they progress to a postgrad, so that'd be on to level 9? That's a no, isn't it? You'd have to have your level 8 to progress.
Yeah, so normally there's a ladder progression. So if you do a level 6, then you can progress to level 7, then level 8, level 9, which is a master's. So that would be the normal situation. Now, if you go out into industry and you have a level 6, and then you get 5 years really good experience, then we do have mechanisms to allow you into a level 8, for example. So you might skip level 7 if you have a lot of experience, which would be equivalent to achieving the same learning outcomes of a level 7 qualification. So that's recognition of prior learning. So that would be applicable to people out there in industry who have ample experience and might want to get an advanced entry. Now, a lot of the time that would apply to part-time programs generally. But we are open to mature students coming back looking to get exemptions in particular areas, or getting exemptions because they have prior qualifications in addition to experience.
Brilliant, Trevor. And some wonderful information there, and I suppose we're just going to try and wrap it up now. So anyone that has any further questions, you can contact us through DM, through Instagram here, or if you go over to itsligo.ie/CEO, you'll find out different ways to contact us through our Facebook Messenger, our new WhatsApp text service, and of course through email as usual. You'll also find information here on our accommodation and sports facilities and a lot more. Trevor, that's been brilliant. A great 20 minutes of information there. And as I say, anyone any questions, please feel free to send them in to us and we'll pass them on to Trevor.
That's brilliant. Thank you, Michael.
Trevor, thank you. And just let people know there will be more of these coming up. So keep an eye on our social media for more of our Instagram live Q&As. Until next time, thank you and bye-bye. Thanks again, Trevor.
Okay, take care. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.